What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. Welcome to Work for It Wednesday. Y'all know what we do on Wednesdays. We're going to put in that work. Are you ready to work? If you're ready to work, put in the comment section, put work. I want you to put the word work in the comment section if you're ready to go to work on this Work For It Wednesday right here in the brand new suite. So let's get started. Y'all know what we've been talking about, what we've been doing all this week. We've been talking about, it's actually, I'm going to keep mentioning it, National Black Business Month. All this month, we are celebrating National Black Business Month. And so every single week is going to be focused on an aspect of those conversations that we're not having as entrepreneurs. And we're talking about this week, the hidden tax of entrepreneurship, 5 costs nobody warns you about. There's plenty of information out there. You hear these entrepreneurs talking about branding, marketing, and you're scaling. You'll hear all of those conversations, but conversations we having right in here in the brand new suite, yeah, you're not going to hear them outside of here. And that's what makes us unique, because here in the brand new suite, we are about what? Assisting you to be able to master your craft, master your industry, master the marketplace at an elite level. Because when you master those aspects at an elite level, you actually you make your stage bigger, and you broaden your audience. You get a bigger stage and a broader audience. So that's why we're doing what we're doing this month, to be able to make you better. That 1% better we'll always talk about. So that's what we're going to talk about. This is tax number 3, the relationship tax. Yes, there is a relationship tax when it comes to entrepreneurship, because here's the thing that I want you to understand. Entrepreneurship changes relationships. And you're going to hear me say this all the time: relationships are resources. And that came from none other than Clarence Avant, who is, just one of my people that I looked up to, the great connector, if you will. But in his documentary, The Black Godfather, and if you have not watched that documentary, every entrepreneur needs to watch that. But he says that one thing: relationships are resources. And that's what we're talking about here. But here's the thing about relationships and how they change. Entrepreneurship changes those relationships. You have to understand what that relationship is. Is it a long-term relationship? Is it a short-term relationship? Is it an ongoing partnership? Is it just a short-term partnership? Defining that relationship. And you're actually going to find some relationships that are going to that may end because you're an entrepreneur. You have some that may begin because you're an entrepreneur. Because here's the thing: some people celebrate growth. There are going to be some people that will celebrate your growth. They're going to be right there with you, cheering you on. They're going to be right there along the way as you grow. I have some phenomenal relationships with people who I've seen grow. Hopefully they've seen me grow. And it's been a wonderful, beautiful thing to be able to be a part of, and to be able to see others grow. You'll have some of those people, but then you have others, the others that become uncomfortable with your growth. They don't like the fact that you have moved on. They don't like the fact that you are exceeding maybe your expectations, or you're exceeding their expectations, and you're out, you're leaving them behind, so to speak. And there are people that will be out there like that will be jealous of your success, of your growth, and how you're moving forward. And those kind of people are the people that get left behind, that you need to leave behind, and recognizing that they need to get left behind. And it's nothing against anyone, but there are some people that you're going to outgrow. There's a capacity that you have as an entrepreneur for certain people at certain levels. And then once you reach that level, then you move beyond them. Not saying that you're better than them or anything like that, but you understand that in order for you to keep growing, you have to move on and not allow someone to stunt your growth. So not every relationship is designed to support your next level. It's just not. It's not created for them to be with you on that next level. You're going higher and higher and higher, and they can't withstand. They don't have the capacity to withstand the elevation. They don't have the capacity to breathe on that level. They talk about an eagle. I'm gonna talk about it real quick. An eagle, it has one of its nemesis is I believe it's the crow. But the crow will get onto the back of an eagle, and it'll just peck at the eagle. I don't know if you've heard this story before, but it'll peck at this eagle. The eagle doesn't get distressed. The eagle doesn't get upset and try and wiggle or whatever. You know what the eagle does? The eagle just flies higher and higher and higher and higher. And eventually the crow can't breathe at that level. And you have some people that you may be, and that's their season, but they can't breathe at that next level with you. And if they can't breathe at that next level with you, then they have to fall off. They have to fall off or they'll die. So understand that going in. Understand that some people, they just can't handle that next level. They're not meant to handle that next level with you. So here's what today is about. Today is about owning your relationships. Owning your relationships. And here's what you have to do in order to be able to understand owning your relationship. Okay? And we'll get into that. We'll get into the challenge that we have for this week. But understand this. Entrepreneurship changes, and I just talked about these three things here. Some people celebrate growth, others become uncomfortable with it, and not every relationship is designed to support your next level. Understand that. That's the way that you begin to take hold and own your relationships. Those that own their relationships have entrepreneurs that own their relationships understand these things. So write those down. I want you to be able to understand that one last time. Entrepreneurship changes relationships. Some people celebrate growth. Others become uncomfortable with it. Not every relationship is designed to support your next level. If you can understand that today, trust and believe, you'll go into today and moving forward, understanding what those relationships mean to you, where they are. You can define those relationships, whether they are short-term, long-term, whether they are relationships that can go with you to the next level, or whether they are meant to just be at that level and that'll be it. So here's the challenge for today. Y'all know we got 31 days. 31 days, 31 challenges. So join me, and I'll have the challenge up this afternoon too on social media, in addition to right here. But this is the morning challenge. I got one more for you this afternoon. So I want you to reach out to one person that you believe challenges you, one person that stretches you, and one person that strengthens your growth. If they're all the same person, you want that to be one person. You want it to be one person. There should be one person that challenges you, they stretch you, and they strengthen your growth. They encourage your growth. When we talked about here, you have people that celebrate your growth, that's that person that actually strengthens your growth. They're going to push you. They're going to make sure that you are doing what it is that you need to do, where you need to be, and all of those things. And I want you to reach out to them. And today I want you to, when you reach out to them, have the conversation about the challenges that you're having. Have the conversation about what do you need to do in order to be able to stretch even further? Because here's the truth, you want to go even further and further. I was listening to, on my way here, I was listening to it was a post about Muhammad Ali, and they were talking about his training regimen was running in combat boots for 5 miles. And he would do different things as he was running the 5 miles to give him balance. And he would always be on his toes. He was, what did he say? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, rumble, young man, rumble. The hands can't hit what the eyes can't see. But he made sure that he challenged himself, and he had people around him that challenged him in addition to himself, that made sure that he was, when he got in that ring, Yeah, you saw him doing all of this stuff, and he was elusive, and you couldn't move. It was because he challenged himself and he stretched himself to do that more than anybody else. And I didn't realize he ran in combat boots. I'm like, that's the craziest thing in the world, but it's the best thing in the world for you because he became elusive. He became, when he got into the ring without the combat boots on, he was lighter. He was faster. He was quicker than everybody else because nobody else was doing that. But he had somebody in his corner that he worked with, reached out to, that talked to him about the challenge that he would need to do, the stretching, how to stretch himself even further, and then how to strengthen his growth. That was all about strengthening his growth. I know he didn't come up or create that training regimen by himself. That was somebody, maybe Angelo Dundee, his trainer. They sat and talked about what he could do, what he needed to do in order to develop for him to be the greatest of all time. So I want you to do that today. That's your challenge for today. Reach out to one person that you believe challenges you, that person that stretches you and strengthens your growth and is there to support you in that growth. They want to see you grow like nobody else. Because if you're going to do and be better than everybody else, you've got to do and be what everybody else is not willing to be. That's the truth be told. So that's what we're doing on this Work for Wednesday. Remember, relationships are resources. That's why you're reaching out to this one person that you believe it should hopefully be a mentor for you. Have that conversation with your mentor today. Talk with them. Talk with a business associate that you really feel is there with you, and have those conversations for you. So when you do that, I promise you, you will, you will not only end this week stronger and better, but you'll end this year stronger and better. It's the Impact Builder, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. What I want you to do, if you want to go into further detail about this relationship tax, and we can talk more about it, the relationships that you have, do an assessment of them, see where you are with them, and how they can actually assist you to be able to also bring your vision to reality, and how you can assist them to bring their vision to reality, because it's not just a one-way street. They push you, you push them, you all push together and make each other better, stronger, and grow. So that's what we're going to do. Don't forget, you can also check out all of this whole month, this whole challenge, the whole National Black Business Month is going to be on YouTube. You can actually go. It'll be in its folder by itself. Make sure that you're able to access it. You can watch the other videos, watch this video, and even further details. You can go back, take the notes that you want to be able to take at your leisure. It's here for you. It's the Impact Builder. We'll see you all tomorrow. It's Greatness Thursday. Peace.